Hi students, let's continue our class. In the last class, we have started with the chapter Nutrition in Animals. Nutrition in Animals. And we have studied about the components of food. Means food consists of many components. They are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. And these are the components of food. And these are the complex substances. That means these components of food are complex substances. The breakdown of these complex substances into simpler substance is called digestion. The process of breakdown of the complex components of food into simpler substances. This process is called digestion. And we have also studied about different ways of taking food. That means various organisms take different types of food and in different modes. See here, bees and hummingbirds suck the nectar of plants. That means they will take nectar as a food and they will suck it. Means we will eat the food, but these bees and hummingbirds they will suck. Means they will extract the nectar from the plants and flowers. Infants, that means small babies or little babies, they feed on mother's milk. And snakes, they eat or they feed on some small animals like rat, frog, etc. And some aquatic animals, fishes, they filter the food before eating because in the water there is a presence of lots of waste materials. That's why these fishes filter the food materials before eating. And in the last class I told you to complete the activity 2.1. Here I have given a table. In that table you have to write a name. I have given some name of the animals in the first column. For those animals you have to write the kind of food and mode of feeding in the next columns. See, if you written means check the answers. If you not written means write down now. For the snail, kind of food is leaves and insects, and its mode of feeding is scraping. Scraping means cutting the food into small parts and taking it or eating it. Cut down of food item into small pieces and eating it. And in ants, kind of food is food particles like sugar and any rice or any other grains like java, etc. And mode of feeding is scraping. Here also same, means cutting the food item into small pieces and eating it. This type of feeding or this mode of feeding is called scraping. Then third animal, that is eagle. Kind of food is small animals like small snakes. It eat small snakes as a food. And mode of feeding is capturing and swallowing. Capturing means catching or finding its food or hunting its food, and swallowing means eating or feeding on that. Hummingbird, kind of food is nectar. It is a sweet juice present in the flower or any plants. This hummingbird take this nectar as a food. Mode of feeding in hummingbird is sucking. Sucking means what? We will suck some juices from the glass, and sucking of coconut milk from coconut. Like that, these hummingbirds suck the nectar from the flowers. Then lice, which are present in the hair. The food for this lice is blood. That means these lice suck the blood from the body. That means mode of feeding is sucking. Mosquito, we all are familiar with this. Mosquito, the food for mosquito is blood. It sucks blood from our body. And mode of feeding is sucking. Then butterfly, food for butterfly is nectar. And plant matter, plant matter here is plant leaves, some stems and any other branches of plants. On these food items it will feed. That means butterfly feed on nectar and plant matters. Mode of feeding is chiffoning. It is a different mode of feeding. Chiffoning means cutting down of or cutting off food items into small parts and sucking the juices or a liquid which is present in those food parts or a small pieces. Means here scraping means cutting of food item into small pieces and eating it. Here chiffoning means cutting a food into small pieces and sucking the juices or liquids which are present in those food items. This type of feeding is called chiffoning. Then housefly. Kind of food is decaying matter or a nectar. These housefly feed on decaying matter. Decaying means decomposed food items. This housefly feed on decomposed food items or any other waste food items, and nectar also. Mode of feeding is sponging. Sponging means here housefly it releases some liquids on the food matter which is decaying. On those food items it releases some liquid or saliva. That saliva of housefly mixed with the decaying matter. After mixing, again this housefly suck that saliva from these food items. That means along with the saliva now it sucks the food components also. This type of mode of feeding is called sponging. These all are some of the mode of feeding. You can study in the higher classes about this. Now just you know about these mode of feedings. Next, up to here we have studied about different mode of feeding and kind of food in different organisms. But it's time to study about digestion in humans. Means how human beings are taking food and how this food converts into simpler components of food and how it is utilized by our body. Let's study. We take in food through the mouth, digest it, and it is utilized by the body. Yes, we all know we take food through the mouth and we will digest it and it is utilized by our body. See, there is a question here. What happens to the food inside the body? Do you know? When you eat a food, when you eat, it will enter your mouth. After entering mouth, it will reaches our esophagus. That is a food pipe. Through that food pipe, the food which we eat, it will move into the stomach. And after moving inside the body, what happens to the food? See here, the food passes through a continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity and ends at the anal. Yes, the food which we eat, it enters our buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means mouth. Cavity means opening. Buccal means mouth, opening for the food intake. That is called buccal cavity. Through that buccal cavity, food enters our body and it ends in the anus. See here, the canal can be divided into various compartments. Canal in the sense means a continuous path or a continuous way for the food to move into the body. That continuous way or a continuous canal is consist of or it is divided into various compartments or various parts. Which are those? See here. First one buccal cavity, second one food pipe or esophagus, third one stomach, fourth one small intestine, fifth one large intestine, sixth one anus. These are the 6 compartments which are found in the continuous path of a digestive tract or a digestive system. See, these parts together form the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is also called as digestive tract or digestive system. See here, see this image. The food which we intake enters through our mouth and these are the salivary glands. The functions of salivary glands we will study in the next classes. Just you observe here. These are the salivary glands. This is the mouth. These salivary glands releases saliva while eating and in other time also. And this is the continuous canal. This continuous canal enters into the stomach. This canal is called food pipe. Food pipe, it is also called as esophagus. Food pipe is also called as esophagus. Mouth, it is a buccal cavity. The food which we eat enters through the mouth. There is a buccal cavity. After this, it enters through the food pipe. It is called esophagus. After that, it will reach to the stomach. Then, after the stomach, it enters into the intestines. See here, the outside, which is like pinkish color, light pink color, it is of large intestine. Inside that, there is a coiled like color, creamy color. It is called small intestine. This is small intestine and this is large intestine. And it is a stomach, J-shaped stomach, and this large intestine ends into anus. Through this anus, the unused food particles are excreted. See here, this is the digestive tract or a continuous canal of digestive system, and this is the liver, and this is gallbladder, and this is pancreas. About these you will study in the higher classes. Now we are going to study only about the digestive system in humans. That means this mouth part, that means buccal cavity, salivary glands, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. These are the main compartments involved in the process of digestion in humans. Now it's time to study in detail about each compartment of the digestive system. First one, buccal cavity. We know the food which we eat, it consists of various components of food. These components will enter our body through the mouth. These components enter our body through the mouth. When they enter, first the food which we intake, first it grinded, chewed in the mouth. For chewing, what are the parts we need? Which are the requirements to chew the food? Or which is the part of mouth involved in chewing the food? Yes, that is teeth and tongue. These are the two organs involved in chewing the food. Let's study about mouth and teeth first. See, the mouth and buccal cavity. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. Yes, food is taken into the body through the mouth. This is the first opening for the food to enter into our body. And the process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. Yes, there is a difference between digestion and ingestion. See here, what do you mean by digestion? Intake of food and digesting it, and utilization by the body. Means taking food and digesting the food, and it is utilized by your body. This process is called digestion. But here only intake of food is called ingestion. Means taking food into the body is called ingestion, and digesting that food and utilizing it food is called digestion. Digestion means taking food and digesting it is called digestion. Only taking food is called ingestion. We chew the food with the teeth and break it down mechanically into small pieces. Yes, when you eat some fruits or vegetables, we are going to chew it into small pieces. We will break down that food item into small pieces. See here, we chew the food with the teeth and break it down mechanically into small pieces. Yes, we will do this. Each tooth is rooted in a separate socket in the gums. Our teeth vary in appearance and perform different functions. Yes, for chewing, what do we need? Teeth. Teeth are the main organs which are involved in chewing and grinding the food. These teeth are having different function. Each and every teeth has its function, and each and every teeth has its position and shape. See here, each tooth is rooted in a separate socket in the gums. See, gum is nothing but this one, on which teeth are attached. That is called gum. See, each and every tooth has separate socket and separate root and get attached on the gums. And our teeth vary in appearance and perform different functions. Accordingly, they are given different names. Yes, our teeth, based on their shape and function, they are having different names. See here, incisors, canine, premolar and molar. These are the four types of teeth found in our mouth. Incisors, canine, premolar and molar. These are the four types of teeth found in our mouth. See here, which are incisors, which are canine, which are molar and which are premolar. See here, these, the first four teeth, these are called incisors. And next to that, right side one, left side one, these two are called canine. and after that 2 from left side and 2 from right side. These two are called premolars, and again left 3 from this side and this side. These 6 are called molars. Means 4 types of teeth we have. First 4 teeth are called incisors, and next to that 2 teeth are called canine, and next to that 4 teeth are called premolar, and next to remaining 6 teeth are called molar. See, this is about one side. That means we have 2 jaws, upper jaw and lower jaw. This is about one side jaw. See here, count the number of teeth here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Means one side we have 16 and another side means upside we have 16, lower side also we have 16. Means total number of teeth in our mouth is 32. That means here one jaw is given. One more jaw, that is upside. Upside also same. 4 incisors, 2 canine, 4 premolar and 6 molar. Totally 32 teeth we have. See this image, you can understand clearly here with different colors. These 4 yellow colored teeth, these are called incisors. And these 2 blue colored teeth, these are called canine. And these 2 orange colored, this side 2 and this side 2. These 4 are called premolars. And remaining 3 from one side and 3 from this side. These 6 are called molars. Total how many? 16 from lower jaw. And from upper jaw also 16. That means total 32 teeth we have. Means 6 molar, 4 premolar, 2 canine, 4 incisors in one jaw. Again in another jaw, in upper jaw also 4 incisors, 2 canine, 4 premolar, 6 molar. That means 16 in the lower jaw, 16 in the upper jaw. Total 32 teeth we have. See here, we all know that the first set of teeth grows during infancy. Infancy means during little age, from 1 year to 5 years. That is infancy. Means when you are younger, that duration is called infancy. And they fall off at the age between 6 to 8 years, are termed as milk teeth. The first set of teeth grows during infancy. Means when you are younger or in your childhood, the teeth which are growing, the set of teeth which are growing in your elder age or in your childhood are called milk teeth. Milk teeth. And they fall off at the age between 6 to 8 years. Yes, they will start falling from the age of 6 to 8 years. And these teeth are called milk teeth. See, after the milk teeth, after falling off of milk teeth, and secondary teeth start growing, and those teeth are called permanent teeth. See here, the second set that replaces them means here milk teeth. The second set that replaces milk teeth are called permanent teeth. These may last throughout life. Yes, the milk teeth, they will fall after 6 to 8 years. But the permanent teeth which replaces the milk teeth, they will last for throughout our life. Or they may fall if we committed with any accident or any dental diseases. Otherwise, we will not lose our teeth throughout our life. We will not lose our permanent teeth throughout our life. See here, this is primary teeth. Primary teeth is nothing but milk teeth. See here, blue color teeth are a molar, and this pinkish, reddish or pinkish color teeth are called canine, and these 4 are incisors. Incisors, canine and premolar. Only in one jaw, only how many teeth are there? 1, 2 premolar and 1 canine, 4 incisors, again 1 canine, again 2 premolar. Means total in one jaw, total 10 teeth are present in the younger age or during infancy. In the upper jaw also 10. Means total 20 teeth are present in the infancy. See, in the adult human being, we know there are 32 teeth in adults, but in babies there is a presence of only 20 teeth. After 6 to 8 years, these teeth will fall off, and these teeth are replaced by these molars, premolars, canine and incisors. See here, in the secondary teeth, that means permanent teeth, 4 incisors, 2 canines and 2, this side 2 yellow, this side 2 yellow, means 4 premolar, and these 3 blue and these 3 blue are molar. In the lower jaw also, see, this is about upper jaw and this is lower. 3 molar from this side and 3 molar from this side. 6 molars, 2 premolars and 2 premolars here, that means 4 premolars, and 1 canine from left side and 1 canine from right side. These 2 are canine and these 4 are incisors. Total 32 teeth in adults. That means permanent teeth are 32, milk teeth are 20. These milk teeth are present only up to 5 to 6 years, but these permanent teeth, they will be present throughout our life. And it is clear now. See here, there is one more activity, activity 2.2. What you have to do is, you have to wash your hand cleanly and then count your teeth by using your index finger. After that, first you count your teeth by using your index finger. After that, take a piece of apple and eat it. And take a piece of apple and take a bite of it and start chewing and start eating. Which teeth do you use for biting and cutting, piercing and tearing, and for chewing and grinding? Record your observation in table 2.2. See here, first you count your teeth, total number of teeth you will get, and at your age you may have 28 or more than that, means the number of teeth in your mouth, for your age you have 28 or more than that, I think. Count the number of teeth and take a piece of apple and eat it, and find out which teeth you use for biting and cutting the apple and piercing and tearing any eating material or any food item, and for chewing and grinding. Record your observation in table 2.2. See here, type of teeth means cutting and biting teeth. That means teeth which are used to cut or bite a food item. And the second type is piercing and tearing. The teeth which are used to pierce or tear a food item. And lastly, chewing and grinding teeth means the teeth which are used to chew or grind food item. See here, number of teeth. In that, lower jaw separately you have to mention and upper jaw separately you have to mention here. See here, if you used 4 teeth from lower jaw and 4 teeth from upper jaw for cutting and biting of teeth, like that you have to write. See, commonly we are going to use incisors for cutting and biting teeth or cutting and biting food item. Incisors are how many in the lower jaw? How many incisors are present in the lower jaw? Yes, 4 incisors are present in the lower jaw and 4 incisors are present in the upper jaw. That you have to write here. In the lower jaw, 4 incisors used for cutting and biting teeth, biting food. 4 in the lower jaw, 4 in the upper jaw. Total how many? 4 plus 4, 8. You have to write in the total column. And see here, second one, piercing and tearing teeth. Means the teeth which is used to pierce or tear a food item. Yes, piercing and tearing is done by the canine teeth. How many canine teeth are present in the lower jaw? Yes, 2. One from left, one from right side of the incisors. 2 canines are present in the lower jaw. 2 you have to write here, and in the upper jaw also 2. 2 plus 2 how many? 4. You have to write in the total column. Lastly, chewed and grinding teeth. Means for chewing and grinding, how many teeth are used? All premolar and molar teeth are used for chewing and grinding. That means how many premolar in the lower jaw? In the lower jaw 4 premolar. In the upper jaw also 4 premolar. And molars in the lower jaw 6 and in upper jaw also 6. But what you have to do is you have to count your teeth. How many premolars you have, how many molars you have. But for the adults there are total 32 teeth. But for your age there is a somewhat less number of teeth you have. That's why you have to count your number of teeth and mention here. And total you have to write here. How many premolar you have or a molar you have, count and write in the lower jaw. And in the upper jaw also how many molars or premolars present in your mouth. Those you count and write. Total you have to write in the total column. Complete this table and send to my WhatsApp number. Okay students, let me stop here today. We can continue our class tomorrow. Complete these two tables and send to my WhatsApp number. Thank you.